Hello everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Happy Sunday. And from this week onwards, Sunday is going to be my hashtag Simple Stamping Sunday. So every Sunday, if you come on over to my channel and my blog, I'm going to have a really simple card for you. Card making doesn't have to be complicated. If you are a beginner stamper or you're new to crafting, don't be overwhelmed by some of the very complicated and beautiful projects that you see. It doesn't mean that you can't give stamping a try, because it doesn't have to be that way. We can concentrate on simple stamping and we can get great results. So I want to get you all stamping. It's awesome. So today I'm going to be using for my first episode I'm going to be using the Snow is Glistening stamp set. Now this is a limited time stamp set. It's available for the month of November only, and then it's gone. Okay, so we're going to be using this today. It's beautiful, and the stamps just really do help with simple stamping because they're so beautiful. So we've got a card base here, which I have got an A4 sheet of cardstock, UK standard A4, and I've cut it at 4 1/8, and then I have scored it in the middle at 5 7/8, and that makes us a card, and it's going to be a 10th fold. And then I've taken some Night of Navy cardstock, and this one measures, I'll have to remind myself, 4 inches by 5 5/8. Okay, and then I've got a stamping layer, and this is quite a lot smaller. This measures 3.5 by 5 1/4. Now I always leave all of the links over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and if you look in the description box below this video, there are a load of links, and you can just literally click on it and it'll take you straight there. So let's get stamping. Okay, so first of all, what I want to do is I just want to really quickly adhere this layer on, and I do use wet glue because I like to be able to move my cardstock around and make sure that I've got it straight. I don't want it to be wonky, although it doesn't matter, nothing needs to be perfect. So if it's a little bit wonky, it gets better with the more you practice. Okay, so there we go, that's on there nicely, and it's got a very small 1/8 of an inch increment there, very tiny border, and then the stamp layer I've cut quite small so that we can see that lovely card behind. Okay, so I'm just going to set that to one side. Now I am using the stamping mat because these stamps are photopolymer, which means you can see through them, which is brilliant for beginner stampers. Because you can see more easily where you're stamping, basically. So we're going to use the beautiful tree and the snowflakes, and we'll see how we go. So I'm going to just make sure you can see. I'm using Night of Navy. It's quite dark in my craft room, so do apologise if the lighting's a little bit pants, but we're using Night of Navy, which is the same colour as the cardstock. Okay, and all we're going to do is I have mounted the tree, and we're going to put the tree in the bottom corner, I think. Yeah, in the bottom corner, like so. So I'm gently inking my tree, making sure that all of that is covered. And look at the detail on that stamp. When you'll just need that one image and your card's going to look stunning all straight away. So we're just going to stamp that right there. Okay, just gently press, and look at that, isn't that absolutely beautiful? Now there is a little stamp in the set which is like a little base of the, you know, the base of the Christmas tree, so I'm just going to stamp that on. I just need to find a piece of scrap because I don't want to get ink on my stamping mat, so I'm just going to place a piece of scrap paper there. Just very gently. I'm just looking for roughly the centre. I'm not bothered if it's not perfect. And I'm just stamping my little, in fact that's a little bit out of line, so I'm just going to double stamp there. Okay. But that looks fine. It doesn't matter. It looks even better actually. So, you know, if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. you can just rectify it. And don't forget, if you're new or you're a beginner, there is 2 sides to the card, so if you do it wrong on one side, turn it over and do it again. It's as simple as that. So now I've got a variety of things mounted on my stamp here, on my blocks, and I'm thinking I might use this beautiful sentiment here. So I've lined it up on my block, really simple, and I'm just going to stamp straight on to my card. I'm just going to lift it down ever so slightly so you can see if it's straight. Pardon me if my hair gets in the shot. It is tidy hair today, I don't have messy hair. Although I'm having a PJ day today. So I'm just carefully adding my sentiment there. Okay. And there we go, look at that, it's beautiful, absolutely stunning. So all we need to do with that now is just literally add that to our, I'm just going to close that a minute, add that to our cardstock base. Just going to give it a little bit of a wiggle to make sure it's dry. Turn it over and very carefully add my glue. Okay. And then all we have to do is add that, and then the blues just come together because you've got the same colour card behind, and it just makes that just pop and look absolutely stunning. And that is as difficult as it needs to be. How easy is that? Anybody can start stamping. It's really, really simple. Just keep it basic, and remember, simple stamping. Thanks for joining me today for my first hashtag Simple Stamping Sunday. Don't forget to come back next week, and I'll see you during the week for some more tutorials. Bye for now.